is there anything you can talk about in terms of like how far you are through the game without any sort of spoilers or?
So I can say at the very least, since me and my brother both play on the same thing, most of these are mine. But last time I checked, my game clock had 105 hours on this game, and so
Whoa.
we're 105 hours in of
Okay.
pure just One Piece levels of exploration and discovery and love. And I will preface it with this. I bought a Switch. I camped out. It was from 9 a.m. or maybe even no, I think it was more than that. It was like 8 a.m. From 8 a.m. until 12 o'clock at night, the day that Breath of the Wild came out,
Yeah.
because our Wii U was breaking and I needed to
Oh.
play Zelda. I'm a massive Zelda fan, and so I promised my brother I am going. And I didn't pre-order the thing. I had that day off from work,
Hmm.
so I was like, it was a Thursday going into Friday, and so I was like, I'm gonna get this console for us and Breath of the Wild,
Hmm.
and it was one of the greatest decisions I've ever had because after getting that, me and the other people who were there for that midnight release who were there the whole day. It was an amazing time hyping up Breath of the Wild. That day, the Metacritic scores and stuff came out. It was nothing but tens. It was like, what is happening with this game?
Yeah.
And so we got Breath of the Wild. I came home, spent the next like month playing it. Me and my brother. It was one of the greatest gaming experiences ever. Tears of the Kingdom has somehow taken what Breath of the Wild had as a draft and expanded on it in every single regard. It is an absolute masterpiece in every regard. I think by the time I finish this game, it is going to be a contender for one of my favorite games of all time, just based on the fact that I love it more than Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild is my top five.
Wow.
So it's like Tears of the Kingdom has been so special. Kevin and I, we don't want to finish it yet. We're doing everything. Anytime we see the President Hudson thing or a shrine quest or a side quest or anything that we can do that will distract us from the journey at hand, we will do that. Continue on adventuring, climb this thing, find new weapons, go into the depths, go into the sky, whatever it is.
Hmm.
Every single thing that this game has provided for us so far has been nothing short of exceptional. And I think my biggest compliment for the game is that it makes me feel like an idiot and like a genius in a matter of like seconds from each other. It is
Yep.
truly, truly special. The puzzles in this franchise have always been really special. Like I look back at the Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time. These have had phenomenal puzzles, but Tears of the Kingdom has just taken those puzzles that those games had and just I don't even know how they've done it.
Yeah.
This game is truly something special, and for someone like I said that really loved Breath of the Wild, they've taken Breath of the Wild and just like exactly like what Call of Duty 4 to Modern Warfare 2 did. This is like what that was, but for Zelda, where it was Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. It's not like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, because Majora's Mask used the was on like a 1 year time limit and used all those things to like
Hmm.
different gameplay mechanics to really take advantage of the Ocarina of Time system and engine. Which Majora's Mask is one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely adore that game. But Tears of the Kingdom is literally taking the base core system of Breath of the Wild and just expanding on it in every regard. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I
It
can't
is.
believe it exists.
I know it's crazy. It's yeah, the thought of them taking the scope of Breath of the Wild and then adding the whole like the sky and like the depths and everything and then expanding upon yeah like the puzzles and even like the like for instance like the Kurok dudes like you gotta find and like how to go
Yeah.
and you do those is really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, like there's like so many different things. Like we've been yeah, my fiance has been exploring and doing everything. So I'll come home from work. It's like, all right, I've got I got my food cooked up. I got all this food maxed out. I got all my weapons out here. I got everything ready to
Yep.
go. Let's go and do these shrines. And it's like, yeah, like we'll fly around and we'll discover the memories, like for the tears around the
Yep.
island, get the memories, do the
Man,
depths, and it's so cool. Yeah, there's just so many parts to this, and it's there's one thing that I think I had one of the most scariest gaming experiences recently with Tears of the Kingdom, like of all time. Like it was such a scary time. Like when you're playing a game and you're thrust into the unknown so much, it's super duper scary. So what happened was, um, like your main home base essentially, like outside of Hyrule Castle that has like Ronnie and like the technology dude, and like you can do that sort of stuff. Like downstairs, there's like you know, you climb down the ladder and you got like your little bunker you can kind of camp out, yeah. And there's a part of that that goes, hey, there's a hole in the wall, and like you can kind of explore in there. Yeah, my fiance's like, I went to explore in there, but I couldn't get any further. Or there's like some person there I couldn't beat. So I went in there and beat that person, explored right through there, went straight through, kept going. And then you eventually reach like the castle, and then there's like I don't know if you would have made it to this part, but there's a cavern. There's a cavern, and there's something like so scary looking in this cavern. It's like huge as a hope. Like this is where you're gonna have the arena for like the WrestleMania. Like it's crazy looking. And so I'm like, screw this, dive in, straight down, and now I'm in the deepest depths of the entire land, and there are those centaur dudes in there, and there's like the hands coming out, like the black darkness, and I was what happened was, you know, you get hit in the depths and it takes your hearts away. And so I'm now down like the 2 hearts. I'm like running. There's like thunder bats coming in. There's all these hands coming in going to another room. Centaur dude, run, glide. And then I was almost about to die. I was back to the wall. And then I went and teleported out. And it's like almost like a movie moment. Like you're like, swarmed. And then the hand coming out is like this far away from me, just out. And I just teleport out. I'm like,
last second teleport,
scary movie moment. Like, oh my god, it was so terrifying because it's like I can't stop and I can't kind of evaluate what's going on right now. I have to run, and I just got out of there, and it was so scary. But there are parts of this game where you can just explore, do what you want, and it's yeah, like you said, it's taken everything from Breath of the Wild and has honestly just improved on it in such a unique way and made it even better, which I didn't think was possible. So it's so amazing.
I didn't think it was possible either, dude.
It's amazing.
It caught me so off guard.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It
honestly
insane.
is. Yeah. But I'm so keen to jump back into it. And what I normally do is we go and play through a game, we finish it, and then we trade it in to go and put towards a new game. And then we've got all these cool new games coming out. I don't know how we're going to finish this game. I don't know. I'm going to be with this game for so long.
It's huge, man.
I don't know how I can see an end point to this game. I don't see that. I really don't.
Yeah. It's similar to Breath of the Wild, where it honestly even bigger, where you're just like, okay, I'm exploring this entire landscape. There's no end in sight. I'm appreciative of that. It's like One Piece in that regard.
Yeah.
But like you said, for completionists, I don't know if this is the game for complete. If you do not have time available on your hands, this is not a game for completionists. No. Yeah, unless you're a completionist that wants to dedicate all their time to like a single game, which in that regard, this is the game for you. Yeah, you'll probably spend months completing this game. All right, but for an adventure experience, and the thing is that's great about this game is if you just want to go through the story and or like the main elements of it, you most certainly can. It gives you that choice to do that as well. That's the wonderful thing about Zelda in general, but specifically these last 2 games, is the freedom of choice. But whenever you're let out into the world, it is your decision to either go wherever you want. Yeah. And that'll lead to either more playtime, craziness over here, or an experience like you just had, where you just talked about with the hands and the Lionel down there and the craziness. So it's like that's the beautiful thing about these games, but it's also what makes them so long. So for me, it's as someone who plays JRPGs, which are extremely long, 60, 80, 100-hour experiences, it's like just another game. But this game, in regards to like being a trade-in game, this is not a rental game.
No,
this is not a rental game.
No.
This is one of those buy and keep games.
Yeah, for sure.
And come back to it later on and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, it's secured its place as being that, and I'm so excited to jump back. And again, you play so much into it. You have so many hours into it, and when you step away, you're like, I'm just thinking about it. I want to get back into it and start doing this part. Because you discover something new when you're playing it. Oh my god, this area looks really cool. Jump into this, and I'm like, I want to spend a whole day kind of exploring the depths and like unlocking the whole depths, and I want to spend the whole day doing nothing but shrines, and I want to. Right. But then you'll do that and you get sidetracked. It's just so many things to do, and it's it is a wonderful game. It is really, really cool. Super, super special.
It is.